Hey, what's going on? It's Mike T. Nelson here. You may have heard of me from my website, miketnelson.com, or from other articles I've had on the website. I'm a PhD candidate, exercise physiology. Should be finishing up here hopefully in the next couple months. And this relates to the topic I wanted to talk to you about today is a very cool guide on supplements. So I spent some time in the lab doing various research studies, one of them on an energy drink actually, in relation to performance. So I've had a fair amount of time to investigate both in the lab and also via research, what supplements work, how do you look at research, what is important, and in the end, people just really want to know what is going to work and what isn't going to work, because there's thousands of different supplements, out there. And of course, all the major companies have vested interest into getting you to purchase their products. And there are some good products out there, but there's a lot of them that one, probably aren't specific for your goals, or two, just really don't have much of any evidence to show that they work. So there's a cool little guide here from the guys at examine.com with Curtis and Saul. I first met Curtis actually about 3 years ago now at the International Society of Sports Nutrition Conference. I didn't know him at the time. I actually ended up, I think, sitting next to him. I think it was actually the Fitness Summit, actually in Kansas City. But anyway, I was very impressed with his knowledge of supplements and what was going on, especially some of the more esoteric ones that I was looking at. So I also met Saul this past year at the Fitness Summit, Kansas City. I was there presenting on some metabolic flexibility stuff. So the nice part about this is it's actually an unbiased guide. They do not own a supplement company, and they're just using the research to show you what's going to be best. So if you open it, here's what it looks like. And the nice part is it's divided between supplements and health goals. What I thought about this was really cool. So not only do you hit that link, and it'll show you all the different supplements you can look at, and each one of them is then hyperlinked, right? So if you're interested in, for whatever reason, say D-aspartic acid, so you click on that, and it'll take you exactly to the link. I'll give you a short little rundown here. I'll say, here's what we know so far. This has been used in a range of 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams, short little thing. And the nice part is it'll list evidence, right? So what is the evidence quality for this? What is the main effect? So if we're looking at testosterone here, what was the change? So it looks like it went up, so that's good. Magnitude of the effect size. So in essence, what you need to know is that greater is going to be a little bit better. And then how many studies are on it? Well, it looks like for relation to testosterone, there's only really one study. And it gives you a short little comment there about it. And if you really want to uber geek out, you can click on that, and we'll take you over to their site, and it'll tell you a little bit more information about it. So here's it, and you can even go even further. Click on that link there, and that'll actually take you to PubMed and the actual study itself. So if you really want to get super in-depth for whatever reason, you can do that, and you can drill all the way down to the actual study itself, which I thought was pretty cool, right? Another nice part too is, let's say you're doing a search here, and I'm interested in caffeine, right? So maybe I'm looking at caffeine for fat loss. So I can do a Control F since this is delivered in a PDF, and that'll take me right to the area on caffeine. Tells me a little bit about it, what to take, and any different effects, right? So I can scroll down, went too far, through all these and see what I'm looking for in relation to caffeine, right? Sorry, I scrolled a little bit too far there, got a little trigger happy. So the nice part is that it's going to give you all the information that you need that's specific to that. So let me see if I can try this again here. So let's say we're looking at caffeine and heart rate, right? So 6 studies here. and if I just glance at it, pretty minor effect, but some pretty good level of evidence, right? So level of evidence there gets a B. And caffeine's been around for a long time, so there's potentially all sorts of different effects here. You can scroll down from reaction time, memory. So if you're interested in fat loss, right, we can look at fat oxidation. Pretty minor, right? So 3 studies that have been looking at that. What does it say? Increase in fat oxidation, right? So fat burning by the body appears to be apparent. And so if you're looking for fat loss, right, this may be helpful. It gets a B, evidence level rather minor, right? So I've actually gone through and just kind of randomly cross-checked a bunch of these just to see, how accurate they are. And they're actually very accurate. So I think they've done a really good job of getting the main studies. And what I really like is it's a super easy way not only to search in the PDF, to look by the specific supplement that you're looking for. And also, I thought this was pretty awesome. Maybe you're just looking for a specific health goal, right? So maybe you're new and you don't really know anything about what particular supplements are out there or what are good or bad, or heck, you don't even know what the freaking names of them are. So if you click on that, and it'll give you a list of here's various different health goals, right? And it can be health and performance goals too. So again, let's look at fat oxidation or fat loss, right? And so it's telling you what the main ones that are marketed towards that. What is the level of evidence? Is there a change? So an increase here is good. Magnitude of the change, well, pretty minor change, right? So this is saying there's good evidence to show that there's a small change. And 8 studies on that and a short little comments. Right, so whatever your performance or health goals are, you can go flip to this and you'll get a nice little list of which ones are probably the most marketed for that and what the different effects are, right? So I thought this was actually very useful. So one of the things if you look at CLA, right, not much evidence in terms of its effectiveness for fat loss. So may influence fat oxidation, more evidence is required, right? And so there's a link to the study here. So I actually helped with a book chapter on CLA, and in humans, I would totally agree with that. There's really not much evidence that it helps with fat loss. It's pretty awesome if you're a furry little rat, though. So this is Mike T. Nelson here with a review of the Examine.com, their supplement goals reference guide. And I would highly recommend it. I think it's actually very well done, very unbiased. Thousands of actual research studies that went into it. And you can pick it up. There should be a little link on this page there. And literally for the cost of, some supplement you may buy in a store that you have absolutely no idea if it's even going to be effective or not, you can pick this up, scan through it, and literally within a few seconds have a pretty darn good idea if this is something that may be worth your money or not. And also some of them you can look to see, is this something that's going to not only help your goals, but is this going to be detrimental to your health also, right? So highly recommend it. Look on this page, should be a little link there to check it out. And for literally the cost of some random supplement that you don't know if will be useful or not, you can get information on literally pretty much everyone that's out there. And the nice part is that they are actually having this updated each time. So when new stuff comes out in the future, it'll be automatically be updated. So in essence, for one-time purchase, you'll never be left out in the dark with what supplements are good and which ones will actually help you reach your goals. So definitely check out the link below. Thanks.